The other thing that they're very interested in this squadron is ground team search and rescue stuff. These kids, you call them up, they'll be there. If there's an opportunity to get muddy, to get wet, to be miserable, they want to do it. We deploy a team out there, and they are willing to go. The worse the weather, the better. I mean, like the old saying, you know, if it ain't raining, we ain't training. They live by that motto here.
With the disaster relief, we'll fly over the disaster area. We'll review the damage as we've seen fit, and we just send it up the chain of command, and it'll help millions of lives.
Well, the search and rescue is very important on a couple of different things. For one, just developing as a person. You know, you're going through the woods. You know, you got to learn how to pack your equipment and how to survive yourself. So that's something that you can take on through your entire life. But also, it's important for, you know, just volunteering and helping out around your hometown or whatnot. You know, when somebody gets lost, you know, you may want to help them, but you can't because you're not a part of a group that can go out and find them. But with here, you know, you can go out there and go and help these people.
Bivouac training is a great experience if you get to have it. It normally happens at least once a year, and it's more of a learning experience like out in the field. It's like a search and rescue mission, except it's all planned. You as a cadet will not know what the plans are, but once you start training for it, it helps enormously out in the field. The most memorable experience would probably be my last bivouac. It was pouring down rain, and we went out into a field. We were looking for a planted dummy. We called him Harvey. We didn't know where he was at, so we searched the whole field and looking for him. We ended up finding him. And another way we do bivouac training is we set out something called an ELT, electronic locator transmitter. And we have something called an ELPR that tracks that signal that the ELT sends out. And we have to find that ELT, which is found in most aircraft.
My best experience in this organization was when I first went to our boot camp, which is a week-long encampment. There was a lot of really good experiences in that. And the best part would have to be one of the missions we went on. It rained like crazy. We were up to our knees in water most of the time, and you know, just being around the friends and everything it was just a great opportunity to be able to help people, and also, you know, just having a little fun with friends.
One of the big things that we do every year is we work with veterans. And we do a program that the Civil Air Patrol sponsors called the Wreaths Across America. And that's an opportunity to honor veterans before the holiday season, where we place wreaths in military cemeteries all over the United States. And this squadron is involved with supporting the Eastern Shore Veterans Cemetery in Hurlock, Maryland. And we distribute wreaths, we hold a ceremony, we honor the fallen. And it's an opportunity not only to honor those that have given the ultimate sacrifice, but also an educational opportunity for the cadets, for them to understand that this is serious work that people do, and a lot of the cadets are looking toward a future in the military, and we want to make sure that they understand that is a noble effort and something that is an important job that often doesn't get done.
This is the Eastern Shore Veterans Cemetery in Hurlock, Maryland. I've been with the Wicomico Composite Squadron for almost 3 years, and we've done this 3 times so far. It is a program since 2006. Every December 12th, we lay wreaths on fallen veterans' graves and deceased veterans. And CEP does it at over 400 different cemeteries across the country and across the world. So I was part of the wreath detail who I laid a wreath on for the fallen Army soldiers, the Army emblem within the chapel there. We had different wreaths for each branch of service, and also the POW MIA. The program had started in 1992 for Arlington National Cemetery, but then it got picked up by Civil Air Patrol in 2006 as the Wreaths Across America. Across 400 different cemeteries across the nation and the world, at 12 o'clock high noon, we leave wreaths within the branch of services, and with the different veterans at the graves. Well, it's to show our respect for our fallen veterans, what they've done to protect our freedom and our rights as American citizens. Show to me that people will always have respect for our veterans, our active duty soldiers across the world.
The part that's unique to Civil Air Patrol is the cadets are involved on a real level. The cadets are the main force on the ground. They are the boots on the ground. Most of the senior members are flying aircraft and doing the air work where they're in coordination with ground teams, trying to locate wreckage or indicators of missing people. But it is the cadets who are going to be out there in the mud, finding it. They're going to be the first ones on the scene. And that's quite a big burden for a 12-year-old to be exposed to. And, you can really see them grow when they come in, unsure of themselves, maybe a little cocky, and they go through that sort of breakdown period, and then they start to build up into leaders. And like you've seen with Cadet Jones and Cadet Whittington, I was a member when Cadet Whittington started, and I can barely recognize him now. I mean, he is already growing to be a leader, to be outgoing. He has volunteered to give briefings on the future of the F-16. Any kind of activity or assignment, pick me, I'll do it. And Jones, he did a good job of teaching me, bringing me up to speed. He was the old hand, like the old, Master Sergeant he's in the movies. And he took me aside and he said, no, you want to do this. You need this kind of equipment. You want to act like this. And so it's been an interesting opportunity for me to see him grow up and also do a lot to get me grown up in the CAP.
Well, I've seen people develop in that, you have somebody come in here that's, kind of stumbling over themselves, can't tie their shoes, can't, do anything really. And, we teach them how to put a uniform together and, how to move on and everything, and it boosts their self-esteem and everything. As a person, I believe it's definitely developed me a lot. Before I came into it, I was homeschooled and everything, and I didn't have a lot of contact with other people. But through here, I met some great friends. I learned a lot about how to deal with people, and especially in a working environment. How you're supposed to be sensitive in some points, and you got to be a little bit aggressive sometimes. But that's definitely helped me a lot. And confidence is a lot too, because you look at other people and they haven't done search and rescue, they haven't gone through encampment, they don't know any of this. So it gives you a little bit more confidence just being around other people. And then you do know your limits and how far you can go and everything. So it's helped me a lot as a person.
I've seen myself pushing more than I've ever thought I could, in both academically and physically. We do have physical training here, and it gets you great shape.
When I first came into CAP, I was already a pretty well-disciplined person. I was looking for the military experience and everything, and I think one thing Civil Air Patrol has definitely taught me is I can push my limits a lot further than I thought I would be able to through the training that we've done, whether it be the week-long encampment training, which when I did it was pretty hard. I never would, when I first started that, I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to make it, but at the end of it, it was an extremely rewarding experience to know that I accomplished that. Well, as a cadet commander, you go from just taking orders, somebody telling you, hey, we need this done, and you go, yes sir, and you go and do it. And then you go from doing that to being the guy that's supposed to tell everybody else what to do, and it's a big responsibility and everything. It definitely is not easier than being in the lower ranks, but after a while you kind of get the hang of it, and it's a good experience.
I also feel a joy because I'm part of a organization that can help with many things.
When I put the uniform on, I do change a little bit, get a lot more serious, turn the cell phone off. It's time to, go to work. And, for me, it's the search and rescue part of it. When I put the uniform on, I know that I'm contributing to, the community, and I'm representing Civil Air Patrol. So, it's time to get a little serious.